As you guys already know, the developers are currently hard at work in terms of actually trying to rebalance the game, and every single update we're receiving balance changes. Well, this weekend is no different. In this video, guys, I will be showing you everything which was actually changed. And by the way, make sure to join the Discord server, the link is in the description. I am currently doing a lot of giveaways. So the first set of changes which were made in this brand new update is pretty much every single ground vehicle in this game has received a 200 health buff on the spot. So I think you guys already remember how these things were really getting destroyed by anything, and now they actually have some kind of health to fight back with. Like, they're obviously not gonna have as high health at the shore. However, take a look at the buggy. At max level, its max potential will be 845 health, which is honestly pretty good. The Humvee is almost at 1000. The BTR-80 Clever 1.5k. Those are some really heavy numbers. Like even the VCAC at 1.1k. Like, these things can actually take quite a punch now and actually be somewhat viable in the meta. Maybe we might even see the JOTV used again. But in general, the ground vehicles have had a resurgence in this meta. I'm really happy about this. Just look at this health over here. Some of these numbers are crazy. Even the LAV 25 sitting at 1.5k. I really hope that you guys are using these vehicles, and I really hope they're gonna keep the stats this way, because this is an absolutely great buff, and I'm very happy they have done this. Now, the next thing which was also added is there were some changes to the Airstrike radio, because you guys remember it used to be exactly inside of the garage, either on the left or on the right. I don't exactly remember. However, it is no longer located in there, and the people that have completed the challenge have the challenge completed. However, in reality, one of the other challenges is not even possible to get done, and this is just going to be a visual bug. However, if you head over to the second floor and basically go in the armory, you will be able to purchase this communications area, which I think is extremely cool. And it says use airstrikes from the minimap, because now the minimap will be able to use the airstrike, and it even has a new logo of the 8-ton Warthog dropping bombs and also shooting with its Gatling gun. So the question is, do we actually have bombs which are now going to be available with this airstrike? Well, we're gonna take a look at that just now. And apparently there are some missiles which the airstrike will be able to drop, so let's take a look. We are dropping rockets, missiles, and the Gatling gun is also being fired, which I honestly think is extremely cool, and it basically destroyed everything in the area. However, now the two bigger questions is how good this airstrike actually is against the tanks, and also against the shield. So let's go ahead and take a look at the damages. So currently my shield is at 10,000 health, and it has exactly 100%. So right here I'm going to be airstriking myself in the shield if the game's actually gonna let me. Hello? Oh, there we go. Alright, let's take a look on how much damage the shield is going to be exactly taking. So right here, let's test this. So after exactly 2 shots, it lost around 3000 health, which I honestly have to say is pretty decent, to be honest. That is definitely not bad in terms of overall value. Let's take a look at its damage against the Abrams X though. Alright, so right here I got an Abrams X, and once again I'm gonna be airstriking myself, and there will be exactly 2 series of shots which are gonna be coming at me. Let's see if I can even survive the first one, because before you were able to survive both of them. So right here I got hit by around... I mean, this isn't bad. This is definitely pretty good, to be honest. It did around 50% to me. I think some of the shots ended up actually hitting the rock over here, but in general, the rockets or the missiles or whatever are not doing too much damage, because the only values I was able to see are 7, so looks like this wasn't really balanced extremely well. I think this airstrike is mainly just going to be used for killing infantry, which is honestly fine. It's still pretty unique, and I kind of like it. And now the last set of changes which were made in this brand new update is that the T-90 missile deflection system has finally been fixed again. However, guys, lock in your predictions and tell me, when do you think it's going to be breaking again? I believe it's going to be taking at least 1 day. However, I really am hoping that it's never going to be able to break again, because this thing has been fixed so many freaking times now, and I can definitely see Gizmo being kind of sick and tired of putting it in the devlog. Anyway, for the time being, those were basically all the changes that were added in this brand new update. Some changes were pretty good in terms of balance, and I honestly really like the dynamic of this update itself. Anyway, I will see you guys next video. Have a great day, and thank you so much to all my channel members.